Stop using Vaseline like a lip balm. You are wasting the most powerful tool in your bathroom. You think the magic is in the jar. It isn't. The magic is in the method. And right now, 99% of you are doing it backwards. You are making a mistake that is actually accelerating the aging process. You are taking a product designed to hydrate, and you are using it to create a drought. If you apply this jelly to dry skin, or even skin that you think is damp, you are not moisturizing. You are creating a desert dome. You are sealing dryness inside the skin barrier. You are trapping dead cells against the surface, and you are blocking your skin from breathing without giving it anything to drink. The result is not glass skin. The result is dullness, congestion, and accelerated fine lines. Dermatologists know this. They have known this for 50 years. But they don't tell you. Why? Because they don't sell Vaseline. There is no profit margin on a $2 jar of petroleum jelly. You cannot build $1 billion skincare empire selling a byproduct of the oil industry. So the industry invented a new language. They invented barrier repair creams. They invented overnight sleeping masks. They invented occlusive balms. Look at the ingredients list on that $50 cream. Flip the jar over. What is the second or third ingredient? Petroleum. They are selling you Vaseline mixed with water and perfume and charging you a 4,000% markup. They are selling you the complexity because complexity feels expensive. But your skin does not want complexity. Your skin wants simple physics. Today, I am going to teach you the specific medical protocol for occlusive trapping. This is not the slugging trend you saw on TikTok. Slugging is messy. Slugging is imprecise. Slugging ruins your pillowcases. This is targeted, architectural skincare. This is how you turn a cheap, ugly jelly into a biological filler. We are going to replicate the effects of a $300 spa facial. And we are going to do it using simple chemistry. But before we can even touch the jar, we have to talk about the water coming out of your sink. Because this is the variable that nobody talks about. This is the reason why some people get glass skin from Vaseline, and other people get breakouts and irritation. It isn't your skin type. It is your water source. If you get this first step wrong, you are literally sealing poison against your face for 8 hours a night. I am going to show you exactly how to test your water and how to fix it. Drop a comment below if you currently use tap water to wash your face. I want to see how many of us are unknowingly damaging our skin barrier before we even start. Let's get into the diagnosis. Let's talk about the invisible enemy. The enemy is not the Vaseline. The enemy is the minerals dissolved in your tap water. We call this hard water. And if you live in a city or a suburb or really anywhere with modern plumbing, you probably have it. Hard water is loaded with calcium. It is loaded with magnesium. And in many cases, it is loaded with chlorine and heavy metals. Now, normally this isn't a catastrophe. You wash your face. You towel off. The water evaporates. The minerals stay behind, but they are dry. They cause a little irritation, maybe some dryness, but you survive. But then you introduce the occlusive. You introduce the Vaseline. Remember what Vaseline does. It creates an impermeable seal. Nothing gets in, but nothing gets out. If you wash your face with hard tap water and then immediately seal it with Vaseline, you are trapping those minerals against your skin. You are locking them into the pores. You are forcing them to interact with your skin barrier for 8 solid hours while you sleep. Calcium creates a film on the skin that disrupts your natural oil production. Chlorine is an oxidative stressor. It causes free radical damage. Free radical damage is just a fancy word for aging. So, by trying to hydrate your skin, you are actually marinating it in a chemical bath. This is why so many people try slugging and say, it made me itch or it made me break out. It wasn't the jelly. It was the water underneath. So how do we fix this? You have 2 options. Option 1 is expensive. You buy a filter for your bathroom sink. Option 2 is cheap, and it is part of the protocol we are building today. It is called the thermal reset. From this day forward, the last thing that touches your face before the Vaseline is never tap water. After you wash your face, you need a reset. You need to use distilled water or thermal spring water. You don't need to wash with it. That would be wasteful. You just need to rinse with it. Or mist it. You are displacing the hard minerals. You are washing away the chlorine residue. You are ensuring that the water trapped under the seal is pure, clean hydration. Think of it like a greenhouse. If you water your plants with bleach and then put a glass dome over them, the plants will die. But if you water them with pure rainwater and put the dome on, they will thrive. We are building a greenhouse for your face, and the quality of the water matters just as much as the quality of the glass. Now that we have the water right, we have to talk about the glue. You cannot just put oil on water. They repel each other. If you spray your face and then put on Vaseline, the water will just bead up and roll off. You need a bridge. You need a molecule that grabs the water with one hand and grabs the oil with the other. This is the missing link in 90% of skincare routines. You cannot force oil and water to be friends. They are enemies. They repel each other. If you have a face full of pure distilled water and you slap Vaseline on top, you know what happens? The water sits on the skin. The Vaseline sits on the water. And eventually, gravity takes over. The water drips off. The Vaseline slides off. And you wake up with a dry face and a greasy pillow. You need a bridge. You need a molecule that has two hands. One hand grabs the water. The other hand grabs the oil. In chemistry, we call this an emulsifier. But in skincare, we call it a humectant. This is the step that actually hydrates you. Vaseline does not hydrate. I need you to understand this. Vaseline contains zero water. It cannot give moisture to your cells. It can only defend the moisture you already have. So if you don't have a water grabber underneath the seal, you are defending an empty castle. You need glycerin, or hyaluronic acid, or beta-glucan. But honestly, glycerin is the king. It is cheap. It is effective. And it is sticky. It grabs that distilled water you just sprayed on your face, and it holds it against the skin cells. It creates a sticky, hydrated layer. This is the mortar between the bricks. Now, you are ready for the seal. And this brings us to the biggest lie in the skincare industry. Vaseline clogs pores. Vaseline causes acne. This is a myth that refuses to die. And it is scientifically impossible. Let's look at the physics. Your pores are tiny. The molecule of petroleum is massive. It is like trying to fit a basketball into a golf hole. It physically cannot fit inside the pore. It is too fat. It sits on top of the skin. It bridges over the pore. It is non-comedogenic. The reason people break out when they use it is not because the jelly went in. It is because they trapped bacteria under. If you didn't wash your face properly, or if you used dirty tap water, or if you didn't change your pillowcase, then yes, you created a warm, wet breeding ground for bacteria. But if your skin is clean, the Vaseline creates a sterile, atmospheric seal. It creates a greenhouse effect. Your body generates heat, constant metabolic heat. Normally, that heat escapes into the room. But under the Vaseline layer, that heat is trapped. It warms up the water and the glycerin. It opens up the microscopic pathways in your skin barrier. It forces the hydration deeper than any fancy cream could ever reach on its own. You are using your own body heat to steam press hydration into your collagen. This is why it works. It is not magic. It is thermodynamics. If you have been afraid of Vaseline because of the acne myth, drop a comment below saying I was scared. I want to see how many people have been lied to by the oil-free marketing machine. Now that we understand the physics, we can build the protocol. We are going to do the HydroSeal, and we are going to do it with surgical precision. We are now ready to build the structure. You are going to follow the rule of 3. Hydration, bridge, seal. If you skip one, the whole structure collapses. Step 1. The mist. Go to your sink. Wash your face with your gentle cleanser. Rinse it off. Now stop. Do not reach for the towel. Do not dry your face. This is the hardest habit to break. You want to trap water, not remove it. Take your distilled water or your thermal spring water. Spray your face generously. You want it dripping wet. You are creating a reservoir. Step 2. The bridge. While your face is still soaking wet, apply your humectant. Pump your glycerin serum or your hyaluronic acid into your hand. Apply it directly over the water. Mix it on your face. Feel the texture change. It should feel slick, slimy, heavy. That is good. That means the bridge is built. The humectant has grabbed the water molecules and is holding them in place. Wait 30 seconds. Let it settle. It should go from dripping wet to tacky, like the back of a postage stamp. If it is dry, you waited too long. Spray it again. Step 3. The milk. This is the step that separates the amateurs from the professionals. Scoop out a pea-sized amount of Vaseline. Do not put it on your face yet. Cold Vaseline is thick. It is viscous. If you try to spread cold jelly on your skin, you have to push hard. You have to drag. You are pulling the delicate skin of your face. You are literally creating wrinkles while trying to prevent them. Put the jelly in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together. Fast. Generate heat. Friction. Do this for 10 to 15 seconds. Open your hands. The jelly should be gone. It should be a clear, thin oil. It should look like a glaze. Now you are ready to apply. Step 4. The press. Do not rub. Press. Take your open palms and press them gently against your cheeks. Press against your forehead. Press against your chin. You are stamping the seal onto the skin. You are laying down a blanket without disturbing the layers underneath. Start from the center of the face and press outwards. You should look like a glazed donut. If you do not look ridiculous, you did not use enough. You want a visible shine. This shine is your shield. It is the barrier that will protect your hydration from the dry air of your bedroom. But there is one massive exception to this rule. There is one night of the week where you must never, ever do this. If you ignore this next morning, you will wake up with a chemical burn. We have built the perfect environment for hydration, but we have also built a pressure cooker. Occlusion does not just trap water. It increases the penetration of everything underneath it. It forces ingredients deeper into the skin. It makes them 10 times more potent. If you have a soothing peptide serum underneath, that is great. You get 10 times the soothing. But if you have a strong active ingredient, if you have retinol, if you have glycolic acid, if you have benzoyl peroxide, and you put Vaseline on top, you are taking a safe dose of medication and turning it into a toxic dose. You are driving acid deep into the dermis where it does not belong. This leads to retinol burn, redness, peeling, raw, angry skin. The dermatologist rule is simple. On the nights you use your strong actives, you do not slug. You let the active breathe. You use a normal moisturizer. Save the Vaseline for your recovery nights. Use it on the nights when you are just hydrating. Think of it as your apology to your skin. So here is your homework. I want you to try the Hydro Seal for 3 nights in a row. Just 3 nights. But you have to do it exactly as I said. Distilled water mist, glycerin bridge, melted seal. Take a picture of your skin right now. Zoom in on the fine lines around your eyes. Zoom in on the texture of your forehead. Do the protocol for 3 nights. Then take another picture. You will see a difference that no $50 cream has ever given you. Your barrier will be repaired. Your inflammation will be gone. And your lines will be plumped. If you're going to take the challenge, type 3 nights in the comments below. I want to see who is serious about their skin health. And if you want to know which anti-aging foods are actually destroying your collagen from the inside out, you need to watch this video next. I expose the 3 health foods that are rapidly aging your face. Click it, and I will see you there.